Good morning, Dolphins. It is Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. Welcome to your guided reading class for the day. We are going to be doing Lesson 55, Day 1. And here are the supplies you're going to need. A whiteboard and dry erase marker, an eraser, and your book, In the Forest. You can pause the video and grab those supplies now, or I'll just give you a few moments to get your things together. All right. Good morning, Callie. Nice to see you. And Ella, looking very bright and chipper today. Good morning, Regan and Sophie. So glad you're here. Are you ready to begin? All right, we'll get going. We're going to warm up this morning with our whiteboards and our markers. So get your supplies ready to go. We're going to review 3 sight words this morning. Remember, these are not new sight words, but it's always good to come back to them and to practice them so that we can commit them to our memory. All right, the first word is this. You can write it with me. This. Let's spell it together. T-H-I-S. And then let's say it together. This. Good. Can you put this into a sentence? I'm listening. Okay, let's move on. Our next sight word is the word they. What chunk do you hear? Good, the TH. It's the voiced TH, isn't it? It makes our tongue and our lips quiver and jiggle, huh? Vibrate a little bit. This. Here we go. I'm sorry, excuse me. They. A. Let's spell it together, friends. T-H-E-Y. Let's say it together. They. Can you put they in a sentence? I'm listening. All right, and our last sight word, for. What 2 letters make the or sound? Or. Good. You're right. F-O-R. For. Can you put the word for into a sentence? I'm listening. All right. Good job, girls. You can erase your boards. And those can go off to the side unless you want to keep them for our next activity. I'm going to get rid of my board, but if you want to keep it and write along as we go, we're going to review a few more words. You can, or you can just watch the TV or your computer. We're going to be working on some word family words. Our word family or magic rhyme has the all in it. Let's say that 3 times. All, all, all. If I were to add a T to that magic rhyme, what word does that make? Yes, good, tall. You could write the word tall on your whiteboard right now, or you can use your finger. Here we go. T-A-L-L. Good. What would happen girls, if I added an S? So now I have a beginning blend there. St. What word does that make? Good. If you said stall, you are correct. You can use your whiteboard and your marker or your finger. Let's write and spell the word stall. I want to hear you spelling it with me while you're writing. Here we go. S-T-A-L-L. Stall. You could use the word stall in a sentence like this. The horse is in its stall. That's its special pen or its special room that it lives in a barn. The stall. Good. I'm going to take these two letters away and bring in this letter M. What word does that make, girls? Good. Mall. I'm going to go shopping at the mall. You can write it with your marker on your whiteboard or your finger, and I want to hear your voice spelling it with me. Here we go. M-A-L-L. Mall. Good. Our very last word, I'm going to add this S again like I did before. So I have that beginning blend. Sm. Say it with me 3 times. Sm, sm, sm. What word does that make? Did you say small? Yes, good job. All right, let's write it together and spell it together. S-M-A-L-L. Small. Excellent work, kiddos. Good job. All right. We're going to get our book out now. So go ahead and grab your book In the Forest. It's our first day. This is day 1, lesson 55 for In the Forest, our first time seeing the book. This is another earth science book. We've had these before, haven't we? We know that this is going to teach us something about the world or nature outside, right? And what's it going to teach us about today? Should have some squirrels in there, don't you think? Before we open it up, can you make some predictions? What other animals might we read about if we're reading a book called In the Forest? Give me some ideas. I'm listening. Those are some great predictions. Let's move on. Our comprehension focus for In the Forest is asking and answering questions. Asking and answering questions. We've talked before about how there are 2 kinds of questions that can be asked, literal questions and inferential questions. And in our book In the Forest, we're going to be asking and answering literal questions. Remember, literal means I can literally look at the picture and answer the question. Or I can literally point to the words in the book and find my answer. So I don't have to do a lot of thinking in my mind or coming up with new ideas in my mind. I just have to look at the information in the book. Literal questions tend to be easier to answer than inferential questions. When you have to start to infer or think about your answer and come up with your own idea, sometimes that can be trickier. Sometimes it can be harder, but you might enjoy sharing your own ideas when you're answering an inferential question. If I was going to ask you a literal question about this first cover page here, I might ask something like this. What animal is hiding in the tree? You're right, a squirrel. You can literally point to it and say, a squirrel is hiding in the tree. So that would be an example. This is a nonfiction book about animals that live in the forest, and you will learn about what foods they like to eat and where they make their homes. Take a moment and look through the book yourself, and I want you to talk about the pictures. So either talk to yourself and about what you see, or talk to somebody in the room who's with you and take a little picture walk. All right, good job looking through your book, taking a little picture walk. Before I have you read the book on your own, or together, in fact, let's introduce some new vocabulary. Turn to page 4, please. Page 4. Looks like this, page 4. What 2 letters would you expect at the beginning of the word there? There. It looks and sounds like the word where. There. Right, good job. Right at the beginning. There it is. TH, there's that voiced TH we were talking about earlier. There. It makes your lips and your tongue vibrate when you do the voiced TH, doesn't it? Let's read this page together. There are tall trees in the forest. Read with me. There are small bushes, too. Good job. Point to the picture of the bushes. There's a picture of a bush, right? Can you point to the word bushes? Bushes. There it is. Bushes. What's the root word in bushes? Did you say bush? You're right. Bush is the root word or the main word in bushes. ES would be the ending added. ES tells me it's plural. That means more than one. Bush means one bush. Bushes means 2 or more. 2 or more. Let's clap the word bushes and see how many syllables it has. Bushes. How many, friends? Did you say 2? You're right. It has 2 syllables. Let's try it again. Bushes. Very good. Let's turn to page 6. There are many animals and birds that live in the forest. Find the word animals. Animals. Can you point to it? Good. What letter begins the word animals? Yes, an A. Good. There it is again. Let's read this page together. There are animals and birds that live in the forest. The forest has lots of food. Keep reading. For animals and birds to eat. Very good. Now, friends, we're going to talk about some text features in this book. There are 3 text features I want us to pay attention to today. Text features are just fancy words for different parts of the book. The first part of the book that I want us to look at is a chart. So let's look at our book and use the chart and pictures on page 7. Do you see the chart over here on page 7? This chart has words at the top along with a picture to show you what that word means. In the center, it gives us the name for this chart. Let's read the name of this chart together. Food for animals in the forest. Good. And these are foods that animals would eat, so let's read them together. Acorns, seeds, blueberries, apples, leaves, grass. Let's play a little I Spy on this chart. I spy a compound word. Can you tell me what word is a compound word? If you said blueberries, you're right. Good job. The 2 words that are combined together are blue, berries, blueberries. Let's try it again. Blue, berries, blueberries. Good job, friends. The next text feature we're going to look at is a fold-out. A fold-out is used to review what things you will find in the forest and review the pictures that you will see. Fold-outs are usually in the middle or the back, but not always. And in this book, the fold-out is in the back. It's on page 14 and 15. Looks like a brother and a sister taking a walk in the woods. Open it up. This is called a fold-out. Can you say fold-out? Excellent. Let's read the title of this fold-out. What will you find in the forest? Look at all the things they have listed and pictured in this forest. Animals, plants, food. Wow, even a stream. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. If you ever wanted to play I Spy, you could grab a little brother or a little sister or even a mom or dad and play I Spy. For example, you could say, "Little brother Ben, I spy a woodpecker," and then he would try and find it. Or you could say, "Little brother Eric, I spy a rabbit," and see if he could find it. Or you could say, "Little brother Jackson, I spy an owl," and see if he could find it. And Ella, you could even ask Chet to play I Spy with you. I just realized everybody that I have in my Dolphins group has a little brother. I'd never thought about that before. All right, the last text feature or part of a book that I want us to look at today is the glossary. Friends, can you tell me what a glossary is? I'm listening. That's right. A glossary tells us important words that we will find in our book. Let's read our glossary together. Forest, black bear, deer, moose, woodpeckers, owls. Very good. There's also some flaps. We won't cover those today, but if you wanted to take a moment to look at the flaps in your book, there's some pretty cool things in there. Let's read our book together, friends. Are you ready? Get comfortable. Get that reading finger out if you need it. Here we go. In the Forest by Michelle Dufresne. In the forest. This is a forest. There are tall trees in the forest. There are small bushes too. This word too is another word for also. Listen to this, friends. There are small bushes also. You could also use the word too, T-O-O. Here we go. There are animals and birds that live in the forest. The forest has lots of food for animals and birds to eat. Here we have a more to explore box. This is going to give us even more information. Let's read it together. Here is a blue jay. He is looking for acorns to eat. Let's read our chart here. Acorns, seeds, blueberries, apples, leaves, grass. Which food did it say that blue jays like to eat? Yes, our more to explore box said acorns. If you said acorns, you're right. Let's move on. This is a deer. She is looking for grass to eat. This is a moose. He is looking for leaves to eat. This is a black bear. He is looking for berries to eat. Here are two owls. They are looking for mice to eat. Here are two woodpeckers. They are looking for bugs to eat. Here's another more to explore box. Let's read about this. Birds can find seeds, bugs, and worms to eat in the forest. If you were a bird, which one would you pick to eat? Seeds, bugs, or worms? I'd pick seeds, that's for sure. Page 12. Animals and birds can find a home in the forest. Look at the bird in the nest. Look at the squirrel in the tree. Look at the rabbit in the hole. What do you notice about the forest animals on these pages, friends? Is the coloring of their feathers and fur very similar to the coloring of their surroundings? Yes, when an animal has the same look or color of the world it's in or what it's around, what's that called? Starts with a C. If you said camouflage, you're right. These animals almost look camouflaged to me. I think God made them that way to protect them. Our God is amazing, isn't he? Page 14. The forest is a good place to go for a walk. You can see lots of trees in the forest. You can see lots of animals and birds too. There's that fold out. I'll let you read that on your own. And the glossary. Good job, friends. All right, before we say goodbye today, I just want to say, be sure you read this book one more time today when the video is over. I want you to read it to yourself or read it to someone else, but I want you to definitely read it one more time. Before we say goodbye, I have a little activity for you today. We're going to go over two chunks, the CH chunk and over the SH chunk. Okay, you can see that well there. These two chunks today, I'm going to show you a picture, and I want you to tell me what chunk you hear in the picture. Shh or ch. Let's say each chunk 3 times. Here we go, friends, together. Shh, shh, shh. Ch, ch, ch. Are you ready? Short, short. Sheep, sheep. Cheese, cheese. Good. Shave. SH, good. Children. CH, good. Children. Shampoo. If you said SH, you're right. Shoes. Good job. Church. Shower. Yeah, CH. Chip. Chain. Yes, good. Chickens. What chunk do you hear? Chickens. Ah, good. Shark. Yes. Chest. Yes. Shadow. Shadow. Chair. Good. Chicks. What chunk do you hear? Shirt. Good. Chin. Chin. Yes, if you said CH, you're right. Good job, Dolphins. Ship. What do you think? SH or CH? Ship. Yes, good job, friends. Excellent. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.